Hey, what is up, guys? How are you doing? I hope all of you are doing great and you are absolutely fine. So, I am back again and I am live on Facebook. And in this particular Facebook Live, I will share the secrets to sell your high ticket coaching offer with ease. So, if you are an online coach and you have a high ticket offer and you charge like 2,000, 3,000, 4,000, 5,000, or even 6,000, or even more than that for your high ticket offer, but you are not able to sell your high ticket offer, you are not able to convert your lead into sale, or you are struggling to sell your high ticket offer, or if you are getting very less conversion rate. Suppose if you are getting 100 leads and out of these 100 leads you are able to convert only 1 to 2 people into sale, you are able to sell your high ticket offer to only 1 to 2 people out of 100 leads. That means you are getting very less conversion rate. So if you are in this situation, then this Facebook Live is absolutely fit for you. Make sure to watch this Facebook Live till the end. And if you are already watching this live, just type hashtag live in comment section. And if you are watching replay of this Facebook Live, just type replay in comment section. All right, so now let's get started and let me share the secrets to sell your high ticket offer with ease. So point number one, which you need to keep in mind, that always take your client on Zoom call to close a high ticket deal. I have seen so many people who tried to sell their high ticket offer in on phone call or in chat itself. They try to sell their high ticket offer in chat, in messenger chat, in inbox, in messenger, or if they are doing cold email, then they try to sell their offer through email. That's how things doesn't work, because you are charging a high price. You are charging 3,000, 4,000, 5,000, even more than that. So what you have to do, you have to give a personal human connection, personal connection to your client. And to give a personal or human connection, what you have to do, you have to take your client on Zoom call. So point number one, which you need to keep in mind, that always take your client on Zoom call. And before taking your client on Zoom call, never ever reveal the price of your offer. What I have seen, when you are talking to someone, when you are talking to your client, then they always ask for price, that what is the price of your offer, right? And if you will tell, if you will disclose the price of your high ticket offer in chat itself, without taking them on Zoom call, before taking them on Zoom call, then they will never buy your offer. Why they will not? They will not buy your offer because you have not made them understand the value of your offer, because you have not taken them on Zoom call. So if you have not taken them on Zoom call and you are revealing the price of your offer, like you have said, hey, I charge $5,000 for my offer. So if you are really looking for the solution of your problem, then you have to pay $5,000. You just reveal the price of your high ticket offer in chat itself, before taking your client on Zoom call. So what will happen? they what they will see, they will see that they have to pay $5,000. They will not see the value, because you have not made them realize that what kind of value they are going to get, right, after getting the solution, after solving their particular problem. So never ever reveal your price in chat box. Always first they take them on Zoom call, first make them realize that this is the value they are going to get. Because when they will realize the value, what kind of value, what value they are going to get, what is the impact which is going to happen in their life, then they will realize the worth of their investment. Before making them realize the value of their investment, if you will tell the investment, then they are never going to invest that money. Because at that point they will always see that they have to invest $500, $5,000. They will not see the value, because you have not made them realize. So this is point number one. Point number one, that always take your client on Zoom call, and before taking your client on Zoom call, never ever reveal the price of your high ticket offer. Point number one. Point number two, once you take your client on Zoom call, what you have to do, you have to be the leader on Zoom call. You have to be the leader. You are the leader. See, what I have seen, when most of the coaches who have a high ticket offer, when they take their client on Zoom call, then they don't show them as a leader. they don't show them as a leader. What does it mean? Suppose I'm taking my example. Suppose I'm taking my client on Zoom call and I'm solving his or her problem. They are struggling to get leads, and I'm sharing my solution in front of them, and I'm asking them, hey sir, should I run Facebook ad, or should I run YouTube ad, or should I run Google ad to generate lead for you, or what should I do? If I'm doing so, then I'm not showing I'm not showing myself as a leader, because even I am not confirmed that what I have to take, what I have to do, what I have to take the step, which step I have to take, right? That's why that's very important that you show them as a leader. You represent yourself as a leader on Zoom call. Don't ask them what action you have to take. You have to tell them that if you want to solve a particular problem and if you want to achieve your goal, then these are the steps which you have to follow. Don't ask them that what step you have to follow. Don't ask them. You have to tell them that these are the steps which you have to follow, right? I have seen most of the coaches who failed in closing high ticket deals or even low ticket deals on call, on Zoom call, on phone call. They do the same mistake. They ask the client that what they should do. They should do this or they should do this. As I told you in my case, that suppose I'm talking to my client and I asking my client that, sir, should I run Google ad, Facebook ad, YouTube ad, or what should I do? Then what my client will think about me? That person doesn't know that what he have to do, what he have to do. If that he doesn't know that, then how can he help me to solve my particular problem? So what I have to do, I have to tell them that, sir, if you want to generate leads, you want to get high ticket clients, then you need to run Facebook ad, because Facebook ad work best, right? So you need to be the leader. You have to be the leader on Zoom call. This is point number 2. Now let me share point number 3. So point number 3 is that go ahead according to your presentation. This is point number 3. See, if your client is taking you according to their wish, according to their will, that you are not going to close the deal. So what does it mean? Suppose you have taken your client on Zoom call, and now your client is asking a lot of questions in between. You are not able to present your presentation according to your plan, then you are not going to close that particular client. Never ever. You cannot close that client. So what you have to do, you have to take your client according to your presentation. You have to take your client according to your plan. Okay, first you have to tell them that I will ask these questions, that's how my presentation will go further. Okay, and after at the end of my presentation, if you have any question, then please ask your question at the end of this presentation, because if you will keep asking your question in between, then I cannot give you the exact particular solution for which you are looking for, right? So tell them very clearly, right? So take them further on Zoom call according to your presentation, according to your plan. This is point sorry, this is point number 3. Now let me share point number 4. Point number 4 is that have a confidence, energy, and a good tonality on Zoom call. You need to be confident on Zoom call. See, you are promising your client to solve their particular problem. So you need to be confident. You need to show the confidence in your words, right? And how you can show the confidence? Through your tonality, through your body language. If your body language is perfect, your energy is high on Zoom call. If your client is saying, if your client is your client is sharing any objection, and you are able to tackle their objections on Zoom call itself very immediately, then this will show that you are very confident you are very confident and you believe in your process, and you can help them to solve their particular problem. So what you have to do, you have to be confident on Zoom call. You have to have a good energy. Like if I am doing this live session and I will be done on this live session, then you might leave this live session, you might leave watching this video. If you are watching replay and you will watch another video, it will not make any sense, right? That's why it's very important to maintain the energy, to be confident, and to to have a good tonality. Okay, so this is point number 4. Now let me share point number 5, that is very 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 important. That is that ask DPU question to understand the core problem of your client. When you're taking your client on Zoom call, then always first listen them. Always first listen them. And if they are not sharing their problem in depth, in detail, then ask DPQ question. Ask questions. Okay, ask such type of questions which will help you to identify their core problem, their main problem, which is which is what I can say, which is holding them back, or which is uh, making them a lot of loss in their life or in their business. So you have to find out the core problem. And how you can find out the core problem? If your target audience, your client whom you have taken a Zoom call, is not sharing anything about their problem, then you need to ask DPQ question. You need to ask deep pain pointing questions. Okay, you need to ask these types of questions. You need to deep down, you need to understand their problem on deep level, and then you have to proceed further. So first, make a habit to listen. If you are taking your client on Zoom call, then just don't share your solution. If you will just share your offer, you will not listen their problem, you will not understand their problem, then you are never going to close your deal on Zoom call. That is really super simple. So what you have to do, first you have to understand their problem. You have to understand their core problem, such type of problem which is impacting very badly their life or their business. Suppose you have identified a core problem which is impacting very badly, which is making them loss like $15,000 per month. So if they have a problem, and because of that problem they are losing $15,000 per month, then to solve that particular problem, cannot they buy your offer which is just a $5,000? Definitely they can. But for that, you need to figure out the problem, the core problem, which is impacting their life in very badly, which is making them loss of $15,000 per month. If you can do this, if you can help them to solve their particular problem in their life or in their business, and you present your offer according to their problem, then they are going to buy your offer. And that will be my next point. So hope you have got it. What is that point? You have to ask DPQ question. You have to ask deep level questions to figure out their core problem, the main problem, the core problem which is hurting them a lot. Okay, so this is point number 5. And now let me share point number 6. Point number 6, that is really super simple. That is that present your offer as a solution of the problem of your client. Once you get the core problem, then you have to present your offer according to that particular problem. You have to show them that if you have the problem, then this is my offer, and that's how this offer is going to solve their particular problem. You need to show all these things. You need to follow all these patterns. You need to follow all these points to get good conversion rate on Zoom call. Hope you have got it. These are not a big thing, right? These are not a big thing to keep in mind. And let me tell you, when you will, if you have done a lot of Zoom call or sales call with your client, then you can relate with me. But if you have not done any Zoom call with your client, then in beginning you will face these problems. You might not be having a good tonality. You might not be able to figure out their problem, to figure out their core problem. You might not be able to you might not be confident on Zoom call. You will have a lot of problem. But when you will keep working, you will keep trying, you will keep figuring that what mistake you are going on Zoom call, and you will try to improve them, then believe me, you will crack the deal. You will crack the code to close the high ticket deals. It is just It is just a matter of few calls. Once you have a few call and you figured out the mistakes which you are doing on Zoom call, on sales call, and you try to improve them, you are going to get there. You are going to get your high ticket deal. Okay, this is really super simple. So this is point number 6. Now let me share point number 7. And point number 7 is that if you wanna close the high ticket deal on Zoom call, on phone call yourself, then that is really super simple. And I guess you might be knowing about it. That is create urgency. Suppose you charge $5,000 for your high ticket offer. To create urgency, say them, if you take action right now, I will give you $1,000 discount. I will give you I will give you $1,000 discount, so you can grab this offer in just $4,000. If you create that kind of urgency, then there will be a huge chance that you will get great conversion rate. You will get good conversion rate. You will get immediate sale on Zoom call, right? So these are the few points which you need to follow. There are a lot of points which you need to follow, which I will discuss in further video, because this live session has already crossed has longer more than 15 minutes. So I'm going to end this live session here. Hope all these points which I have shared in this live session made a sense for you, because these points are really useful, really important, and all these points I apply on my sales call, as I am getting good conversion rate. And all the people who follow this same pattern, they also get good conversion rate on Zoom calls. Hope you have got it. And let me repeat all these points again. Point number 1, that never ever reveal the price of your high ticket offer because before taking your client on Zoom call. That is point number 1. Let me share point number 2. Point number 2 is that you need to be the leader on Zoom call. You need to tell them these are the steps which they have to follow. Don't ask them what step you have to take to solve their particular problem. You need to tell them these are the steps which you have to follow. This is point number 2. Point number 3 is that go ahead according to your plan on Zoom call. Okay. Tell your client on Zoom call very clearly that if you have any question, I will take your question at the end of this Zoom call. Because if you will keep asking a question in between, then I cannot offer the exact solution of your problem. Point number 4 is that have confidence, energy, and good tonality on Zoom call. Point number 4 is that ask DPQ questions, ask questions to understand the core problem of your client. Point number 6 is present your offer as a solution of your target audience. Present your offer as the solution of the problem of your client. Point number 7 is create urgency. These are the 7 points which I have shared in this particular live session. So if you are not getting if you are not able to convert leads, or if you are not able to sell your high ticket offer on Zoom call, on phone call, then apply these points. Try to figure out what mistakes you are making on Zoom call, on sales call. Try to figure out, try to improve them. Definitely you will have a good conversion rate. You will able to convert your lead into sale. And still, if you need any help, then you can message me in Messenger. I would love to help you. And if you are an online coach and you are struggling to scale your online coaching business, or you are struggling to get qualified leads, then message me in Messenger. I would love to help you. All right, so guys, thank you so much for watching this live, or if you are watching replay, thank you so much for watching the replay. So if you have any question, just write down in comment section. I will try my best to answer that particular answer your particular question. All right, so guys, thank you so much. Have a good day, good night, whenever you are watching this Facebook live, or whenever you are watching the replay of this Facebook live. Thank you so much, guys. All the best. Bye bye.